Hey guys, welcome back to LOI Fan TV. We're back again for a different sort of video today. We're covering the Irish national team and they're kickstarting their World Cup campaign at home to Hungary. Yeah, massive game. So we're going to go through the squad, basically talking points leading up to the game. Then we're going to finish off with a predicted 11 and a score prediction also. So Ross, how you feeling about this one?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm confident going into it now, not by any means, but optimistic, probably cautiously optimistic, I would say. Yeah, it's not the worst group in the world, I don't think, but definitely not one where it's a banker like that we're getting through it. So, listen, I think this game is huge, Joe. Like to start off, like I think you need a positive result here to give yourself a chance. Like home to Hungary, it's probably the team we need to be finishing above realistically, to get that playoff spot or whatever. So, yeah, massive game, and you can't really undermine the kind of importance of it, really.
No, you can't. Yeah, we cannot lose this game. Because yeah, what's a five-team group? So if you're
Yeah,
giving up, 3 points to a team you want to finish ahead of, especially with
definitely.
the other opposition like your Armenians and stuff, you'd fancy Hungary to be beating them and so on. So yeah, be taking points off each other. So this is a huge game. I think Heimer knows that. Everything's been geared towards him, saying we're going to get to the 2026 World Cup. So fair play to him for putting his neck on the line. But come this weekend, it gets to start putting words in action. And yeah, even like I'm thinking about a draw here, and like there's I don't even know if a draw. I just think you need to get a win to get the wheels in motion, don't you?
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I think a draw like this, and
Draw isn't the worst result in the
that's not the
world.
worst thing in the world.
It
Like,
does nothing for you finishing
it
second.
gives you a lot of pressure to go to Hungary and needing a result in kind of way. So, like, it's no, it wouldn't be ideal. But a bit of breaking news this morning. Not sure if you saw it, but Troy Parrott is out of the squad, and in to replace him is none other than young Johnny Kenny, formerly of obviously Shamrock Rovers, Sligo Rovers, made in the LOI. Great to see him get the opportunity. Obviously, probably won't feature much, but great experience for him to get into the squad, and it's great to see.
Yeah, it is great to see. It's nice to have some fresh legs in the squad rather than just your usual names. Look, he scored against was a Livingston a week ago in the Scottish Premiership.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is with Celtic and the Irish boys, but they just give them dogs abuse. Like they give Scales dogs abuse. Like saw Johnny Kelly sign a new contract, and
yeah,
they were hurling abuse them in the comments. And I don't know what it is. Like it's obviously Celtic kind of identify with the whole Irish thing. So
yeah.
the Irish boys got a real tough time. So I think I really think he's done well since he's gone back there. He went back in and he was behind Maeda and Ida. Now, obviously, Ida's gone to Swansea. Maeda's, probably veered out wide, depending on if they sign a striker today. But Johnny Kenny, when given an opportunity, he's performed well, and Brendan Rodgers likes him. I don't know if he's going to get a loan move today, but yeah, look, this call is completely warranted. Do I think he'll get on the pitch? Probably not. But yeah, it's definitely the start of something that could lead to bigger and better things.
100%. He's kind of impressed for under 21s as well. Obviously, had great experience playing in Europe last season with Rovers as well. So, I probably would have liked to have seen him kind of get a new
Integrated.
experience this summer, get a move or something. Would have ideally liked to see that maybe whether it would be League One, Championship, whatever. I just think yeah, Celtic seems to be a little bit of a graveyard for Irish players these days. Obviously, Ida is making the move today, which hopefully will kind of kickstart his career as well. But yeah, listen, signed a new deal. He's obviously highly rated, so hopefully he gets his opportunities this season. But yeah, great to see. Thought we touch on that just first. But yeah, we'll try and kind of maneuver through the squad here and try maybe we'll try to agree on a starting 11.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Formation wise, I was thinking, I think he's been kind of opting for that three at the back or five at the back, hasn't he? I think that Senegal game is probably a decent one to go off in terms of how close the team's going to be to what we're expecting. So I think it was kind of like a 3-4-3 type of deal, 3-5-2, whatever you want to call it. But I think kind of a 3-4-3 nearly is the or 5-2-3, whatever you want to call it. But that kind of seems to be the way he's going.
Yeah, more and less. Yeah, he kind of likes to have the option of, Jacob Ryan kind of wedged in there. That can be a rifle, but also a third centre half. Bit of flexibility to even do an in-game change. So yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. Definitely, I think a five-back formation is probably what he's going to go for.
Yeah, yeah. On the goalkeeper front, obviously there's Caoimhín Kelleher, Gavin Bazunu, Mark Travers. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. Three good goalkeepers, but it's a bit of a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Queeving playing in the Premier League week in, week out. So yeah, you'd have to go with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, without a doubt, without a doubt. Moving into the back three then. So obviously the defensive options I have them written down here. We've Matt Doherty, Jake O'Brien, Jimmy Dunn from he's a QPR now, I think, isn't he? Dara O'Shea, Nathan Collins, Bassoon Lawal from Stoke, Liam Scales, and Ryan Manning. Manning could arguably be put into that kind of wing back role or whatever. But I think, yeah, obviously Nathan Collins is the no-brainer at the heart of that defence, probably captain the side. Yeah, that's the kind of that's the shoe in, isn't it? That's the guarantee. That's the banker.
Yes, the banker. It is indeed, yeah. Yeah, Nathan Collins kind of picks himself. I think Jacob Ryan gets in there as well. Obviously, he's been a mainstay in Everton's defence start of the season. They've had a good start also. And then, yeah, you can really, it's a coin toss then after that, like what you go for. I'm just thinking about this, like this five at the back. Like what's he gonna do at wing back? Because obviously Ogbene's back into the mix. If you put him there, I saw he's potentially getting a move on loan today. Obviously Matt Doherty has been a mainstay for Wolves, so you probably fancy him to get it from the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go looking at that left wing back position. I'm going, no Robbie Brady. He kind of picked himself there. Like, do you put a Ryan Manning in? Do you put Liam Scales out of position? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I think this as well is this team what we want it to be, or is it what we think Heimer's
Yeah.
going to be? Like, is that what do you what are we going for here?
Yeah, no, I think it's what we think he'll do.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I just think it's a tough one at left wing back because obviously you've had Robbie Brady the whole time. So I'm just like, do you think he'll give Ryan Manning the start?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he'll start my left wing back. Yeah.
yeah, fair. Yes, that obviously picks it. Where's he playing his football at the moment? He's not. Is he still Southampton?
I think he's
I
still
saw I
Southampton.
thought he scored a free kick, but I didn't see for who.
Yeah, I think he's still Southampton, I think, and
Yeah,
I think they've just signed Finn Azaz as well, who we'll touch on later on, but they'll obviously be looking to get promoted this season. But there's a lot of championship players, which is never a great thing to have. I do think that in that back three, I do think Dara O'Shea will start. I think maybe on that left hand side of it, I think he's kind of a versatile defender. He's obviously still playing with Ipswich on the new deal there, but I think he's their captain now potentially, and
yeah.
their key men. So and he's always been good for Ireland. So I think that's probably a shoe in. So it depends. I think he play because Doherty plays for Wolves in that back three, doesn't he? That's the only thing I'm worried about with O'Brien on that right side. Is Doherty is playing as a right centre back for Wolves, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, like Heimer, as we're saying, we're going off what Heimer is doing. Like Heimer has been utilised. Matt Hardy's a right wing back, and it's not like we have a right. It's not like Fest. I don't even think Fessy. Fessy's not even in the squad. He missed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So it'd be different if Fessy was in the thing. I'd be going, oh, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm looking here. Matt Doherty didn't get on his last game. His unused sub against Everton. But yeah, he has been utilised in that position also. But yeah, I don't know. I just seem to think he's a shoe in a right wing back, especially with given the circumstances. So I could go him and Manning are wing backs for me, anyways. And obviously, the back three, as you said, of Collins, O'Brien, and
Okay.
O'Shea,
Yeah.
and then obviously Scale. You've half an argument for Scales, but look, Celtic haven't had the best start of the season, so you wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't selected also.
Cool. So we'll lock in Keller and goal, O'Brien, Collins, O'Shea as a back three, Doherty
Yeah,
and Manning at wing back. Lock that in.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Were you saying Ogbene's not getting in at Ipswich right now? Is he looking for a
Yeah,
loan?
I don't know what the story is. I thought he was a mainstay for them when he was back, but now they're looking for a loan move for him today. I don't know what the update is on that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Ipswich are looking to get him some game time elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Midfield pairing then obviously the four midfielders in the squad. We've Jason Knight, we've Josh Cullen, Jack Taylor, and Killian Phillips. I think against Senegal he went with Jason Knight and Jack Taylor. I think Cullen might have been missing for that camp. You'd imagine Cullen slots in beside Knight, I would have thought.
Yeah, look, he's captain at Burnley. He's playing every week. He's playing at Premier League level. And, given the circumstances of our team, if someone's playing week in, week out in the Premier League, you can't not include them.
Yeah,
So, yeah, for me, it's Josh Cullen plus one. And I think that plus one is Jason Knight.
yeah. Captain
I
of
just,
Bristol City as well, I think, isn't he? A few captains on the
yeah,
side actually.
yeah, a few captains on the team, which is always good to see. Yeah, I just think he'll give us that protection. Like you can't really go with a Finn Azaz that deep against
Mm.
Hungary. Like you want that extra piece of protection, and then up the pitch you can afford them to be a bit more loose. But as far as the two holding, I think you're going to go with two, robust options. I think those two boys kind of pick themselves.
Yeah, because obviously they'll have a big job on their hands against obviously the main man for Hungary, Dominic Szoboszlai. We obviously saw what he could do for Liverpool against Arsenal, that free kick goal, and as a kind of a technical player, like he'd be by far the best player on the pitch, and he's a joy to watch. I think, and he's a smashing player. So, kind of finding something to figure that out. Well, Heimer could throw a surprise and go with a three-man midfield or something. I don't think he will, but it's something that has to be taken into consideration. Whether Josh Cullen just that's his job for the day, just keep him out of the game kind of thing. Because I feel like if you can stop Shabazz, you might be able to stop Hungary.
Yeah, 100%. he's obviously their star man. Obviously, you've Milos Kirke as the left back as well
Yeah,
for them. So look, they have some very good players, but yeah, yeah, you can't afford to have one sitting against Sablos. Like he'll run the show. So yeah, I fully agree. I just saw there out my screen. So Ogbene is going to Sheffield United on loan. So
interesting.
that'll be an interesting one. I'm just trying to see here now this season. Obviously, Sheffield United under Chris Waller have known for playing a back three or so on. They're playing the back four this season now, so you're probably a bit higher up.
Yeah, they're
But
struggling so far as well. I think they've
they're
lost all
bottom.
4 games or something. Yeah.
They're bottom, no points after 4 games. Yeah, so yeah, that'd be an interesting move for Ogben. I hope we get him some game time and he'll get back into the fold.
100%. Yeah, yeah. Moving to the front three, then I guess it's kind of what do you want to call it? Like two wide players or two kind of number tens behind the striker. The forward options are Evan Ferguson, Adam Ida, Johnny Kenny, as we touched on, Casey McAteer, who has been kind of a favourite of Heimer, really. I think he's on loan at Ipswich potentially at the minute. Finn Azaz. Mikey Johnston, who's playing for West Brom, who are flying at the minute. I think they're top of the championship. Chidozie Ogbene, as we mentioned, and Sammy Schmozics as well. Haven't been keeping a huge tabs on the championship, so I haven't really been seeing how Schmozics has done, how McAteer's been doing, and bits and pieces like that. But it's a kind of it could be a take your pick here, really, of for the two behind this the central striker, really.
Yeah, you're taking your pick. You are. Um, you have a great point with Casey McAteer. I have this feeling that Heimer is going to pick him.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I just think he kind of likes him. Like I saw he started there against Derby on the weekend for Ipswich, so he's playing. I know he didn't start the game before that, but yeah, I just think he gives us something different, a bit of pace, potentially on the break. But then again, you're looking at the other side. Then you're going, does he go Smolix or does he go Finn Azaz? Like obviously Finn Azaz has been, off the back of a great move to Southampton. So yeah, that's a big move for him. He'll probably be looking to get back up to play at Premier League level next season. But then again, you can't leave out Sammy Smodics, can you? So it's a tough one. I
tough.
don't know. It's one thing us arguing what we do compared to what we think Heimer will do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what you reckon.
I think he might save the likes of Ogbene and Mikey Johnson for the bench, and they're two really impact subs to bring on. Like, kind of could be really kind of to stretch the game late on kind of thing if it's a tight one or whatever. I think those could be the options to bench. I think Casey McAteer could be a lock in, scoring against Senegal in that game as well. I
Yeah.
think Heimer likes him, but he works hard for the team as well. So I think we could see him starting. And then I'd probably go Finn Azaz potentially. Don't know what you're thinking.
Hmm. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I just think I just have a feeling that Smodics.
Mm.
I don't know what it is. I'm just thinking if I was Heimer and I'm playing against Hungary and I'm like, right, who would you rather have coming on? Because you could, as you said, you could bring on like Benny and Johnson, but then you can also bring on Finn Azaz and put him on for like Jason Knight and kind of, give us a bit more midfield then. So I don't know if there's that bit more flexibility if I have Azaz on the bench. And as Azaz like been starting it, like I'm trying to recall here, is he a mainstay for Heimer?
I think he's missed out a couple of camps with injury and bits and pieces. He's only played
Yeah.
1 game this season. Schmodrick has played 4, but he hasn't got any goal contributions yet. Um, maybe Schmodrick is the right one. He's been playing a little bit more football recently, and he has been getting in for Ireland when he's available and stuff. So maybe it is going to be a Schmodrick start, possibly.
Yeah, I know it's leaning towards Sonic. I just think then you have more flexibility from the bench.
Yeah.
Potentially, you're looking at the game over the course of 90 minutes, especially here, rather than just blowing them away. We won't be able to do that. So probably gonna need to finish as strong as we start. So yeah, I think the play might be Smodics from a Heimer perspective. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if he started as so you can flip a coin.
Yeah, Schmodrick's probably more of a goal threat, isn't he? He's more like to pop up with a goal probably as well.
Yeah,
He's a goal scorer, gets into good positions and stuff. So happy with Schmodrick and McAteer in the kind
yeah,
of two there.
yeah. I'd agree with that. Yeah, 100%.
Then the lone striker, obviously, it's we kind of probably rule out Johnny Kenny from the debate. Um, Evan Ferguson or Adam Ida. I think it's a no-brainer. But
Oh,
what I would say is Adam Ida has been starting a lot for Jaime. He started that Senegal game. I think he's been kind of Jaime's number 9 a lot of the time since he's come in. But I just think Ferguson's doing well for Roma so far. He hasn't scored just yet, but he's doing performing well. Ida's not really getting a Celtic. Obviously, the loan to Swansea. Probably this camp coming a little bit early for him to made a good impression there this season. I think you have to go with Ev.
yeah, would. Yeah, I can't believe Adam Wyden going for 7 million. considering his recent run of form. Like Celtic fans are terrible on Twitter. Like they're shocking. Like I saw when he was being linked to Swansea, someone says make sure he doesn't sign the table and make sure he signs the contract and not the table. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
Odo could go. I think he's still 23, 24. He has all the attributes, I feel like, to be a top striker. Like
does
even like a
size,
like a
pace.
mid-table Premier League striker, like a really respectable mid-table Premier League striker kind of thing for like a West Ham or whoever it might be. But I can see him having a Premier League career. Like I think he's a very, very solid striker. I think hopefully a move to a fresh pace Swansea. I think we saw Obafemi do well there before. A little bit less pressure than a Celtic environment. I think it might just suit him down to the ground and getting a good run of games consistently as well. I just think there's a lot more to come from him. He's still a young striker, still kind of yet to enter his prime years, and he's so much ability as well. Um, so I hate writing off players at 23, 24. It's terrible. Like,
Yeah, you got to remember as well his build. Like he is catered to kind of when he's in his late 20s, early 30s. He's going to grow into that build, and he's only going to learn. Yeah, he just needs to get out of Celtic. There's too much spotlight there. For him, he's obviously it's obviously getting to him. But then again, you think back to when he first went up there and he was scoring for fun, so
yeah,
he has that in his locker too. But yeah, here Evan Ferguson, he's over in Serie A. He's getting his game for Roma. I think that's a really good environment. I think we need more of our players going out there.
yeah,
Um, Italy just kind of the game's that bit slower, but then again when they're doing well, they're really look at Scott McTominay like he's a god over there. So
yeah.
hopefully Evan Ferguson kind of tap into that a little bit. And yeah, if we're going to get second place in this group, Evan Ferguson is going to have to be up top for the whole time
Yeah.
and hitting form. So yeah, Evan
100%.
Ferguson.
Yeah, no, I agree. So we've locked in our team anyway. Queven Kelleher in goal, a back three of Jacob Ryan, Nathan Collins, and Dara O'Shea, wing backs, Matt Doherty and Ryan Manning. Then we've got in the midfield Jason Knight and Josh Cullen, and then a front three of Sammy Schmodjiks, Casey McAteer, and Evan Ferguson. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds good. Get a scoreline prediction for me, Luke.
I'd love to say win, but I just see a draw. I just see like 1-1 or something, something like they're 2-2, 1-1, 2-2. You can flip a coin on. I'll probably go 2-2, a few goals in it. But I just think, I just think, yeah, it'd be one of those things. What do you reckon?
I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be optimistic. I think a win here would really set us up well. And I don't think Hungary are a decent side. They've got, as we touched on, a couple of really high quality players. But I think there probably is gaps in the squad as well and places we can't try and exploit in bits and pieces. Kirkhouse hasn't looked great at Liverpool so far either, to be fair. Decent, obviously a top player nonetheless. But I do think there's to be spaces and opportunities for Ireland to exploit here. I'm going to go for Ireland to win 2-1. And start off the campaign on a high, but it's going to be a very, very tough game. It's probably the biggest game of the campaign straight off the bat as well, which is never ideal. But
Yeah, you'd like this kind of, you'd like to get your Armenian early. But then again, knowing us, we
yeah,
we draw that game and then there'd be no buzz for the Hunger game. So
yeah,
maybe it's better to have these first, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So a win would really have us on our way. People nearly booking flights to the US. We get
yeah,
so ahead of ourselves, like, we'd be like, Heimer's doing it, he's doing it. So
yeah.
look across. But yeah, look, guys, there we have it. I suppose there's our preview and prediction for the Ireland versus Hungary game. Let us know what you think. Yeah, what team would you go for, regardless of Heimer? What formation would you play? Would you play four at the back, play three at the back? Let us know. And yeah, subscribe if you're new also. But yeah, Ross, thanks very much.
Nice one, Luke. Thanks for being guys.